At a time when the country was suffering from the trauma of Watergate, it was Gerald Ford who took the nation from crisis to stability. Gerald Ford was not born a Ford. He was born a king. Gerald Ford's boyhood was the stuff of legend and legacy. Ford was a model Eagle Scout who lived the Ford family values. Tell the truth, work hard, and come to dinner on time. Ford was a mentor to his 3 half-brothers and a hero to his mother. Ford was an all-state athlete at Grand Rapids South High School. He was a scholar and a football star at the University of Michigan, who believed that you should win if you can. If you lose, try again. At Yale Law School, Jerry Ford was a rising star. It was almost as if Kipling had written the poem with Gerald Ford in mind. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. At Yale, Ford was someone to watch. As a young Grand Rapids attorney, he was someone worth watching and worth trusting. He would ride an elephant as a rising star in the grand old party.
He was what you saw. The man you saw is exactly the man he was.
The point is, this man could not help but be honest and forthright and tell it straight, and he said what he thought, and it was wonderful, it was charming.
He was a quick study in Washington. Ford was well-liked. Ford practiced the political art of intelligent compromise, with low-key Midwestern habits of fairness, civility, and truth-telling. Ford was a restless but careful maverick. Ford was a loyalist, but he was also an insurgent.
Ford was not a guy who engaged in backbiting and petty politics and...
Ford understood the value of paying his dues in Washington and the sacrifice it required.
The press, I think, underestimated his inner strength and resolve.
In the end, Ford simply outworked everyone on the Hill.
But I think he saved the country. In fact, he saved it in such a matter-of-fact way that he isn't given any credit for it.
Well, he was I think a national treasure.
May our former president, who brought peace to millions, find it for himself.
The heart of Ford's speech touched familiar spiritual chords: justice, mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. It may have been an omen to how he would pursue the legalities of a fallen president and the needs of a rising nation. Ford's presidency was anything but passive. Ford aggressively engaged domestic and foreign policy on a grand scale.
The pardon was a symbolic act of mercy and should be seen as an expression of our desire to be forgiving.
Ford brought a transformation to the presidency based on humility, honesty, and yes, humor.
Jimmy Carter was ultimately proved to be a failed president, both on economic terms and on foreign policy terms, which probably would not have happened had Gerald Ford been reelected.
Gerald Ford's White House will also be remembered for its candor. America was smiling again.